A diagnostic track for identification of Fabaceae flower is A. Tetradynamous androecium, B. Inferior ovary, C. Cruciform corolla, D. Vexillary estivation. So in Fabaceae, that is Papilionaceae corolla, has 5 petals that are polypetalous. The posterior petal is largest standard and 2 lateral are wings. In the inner compartment there are 2 anteriorly fused to form a boat-shaped structure which is known as keel or corona. So option D, it shows a vestibulary estivation is the correct answer. Exile placentation occur in A. Asteraceae and Fabaceae, B. Brassicaceae and Solanaceae, C. Solanaceae and Liliaceae, D. Brassicaceae and Solanaceae. So exile placentation in a multicarpillary syncarpus gynoecium, the fusing margin grow inwards to meet in the center of ovary to form an axis, thus making the ovary multilocular. The ovules are born on the central axis. Example, it is seen in Solanaceae and Liliaceae. So option C is the correct answer. A family belong to Inferae of Gamopetalae. A. Fabaceae, B. Liliaceae, C. Asteraceae, D. Brassicaceae. So family Asteraceae belongs to subclass Gamopetalae. That is, petals are fused, stamens are epipetalous. Carpel may be syncarpus or apocarpus, and series is inferior. That is, ovary is inferior and stamens are usually equal to petal lobes. So option C is the correct answer. Dispersal of explosive fruit is shown by A. Barlaria, B. Impatiens and Roelia, C. Acanthus and Phlox, D. all of this. So autochory is dispersal by explosive, is self-dispersal of the seeds which occur when the fruit splits up at maturity. Such fruits open with force and scatter the seeds in all directions. It is seen in all the following options. So option D is the correct answer. Parachute mechanism is found in A. Cruciferae, B. Compositae, C. Solanaceae, D. none of this. In members of family Asteraceae, sepals are modified into tufts of hair which are known as pappus. The pappus is persistent and hence found attached to very small single seeded fruits. It acts like parachute that allow the wind to carry them to a greater distance. So this mechanism is found in Compositae, that is Asteraceae. Oral helps in A. Buoyancy to seeds of Nymphea to float in water, B. Dispersal in lychee by animals, C. None as it is an edible fruit, D. both A and B. Seeds and fruit possess air cavity to keep them afloat on water. Example, spongy seed coat of water lily. Water lily is Nymphea. A reel in the seed of water helps seed to float in water by giving buoyancy and fleshy. A reel or the kind of third integument is edible part of lychee. So option D is the correct answer. Which of the following triad help in wind dispersal? A. Barbs and hooks, B. Air and swing, C. Sticky glands, D. Round and compact seeds. Certain plants have persistent styles of the achenes. So example, it is seen in clematis and anemone, which help them to float in air. A maple fruit has curved wings that cause the fruit to spin as it floats through the air, where pericarp is modified to wings. So option B is the correct answer. Seeds are dispersed by wind in A. petunia, B. calotropis, C. oryza, D. tribulus. So the calotropis is insect pollinated, but dispersed by wind. Its seeds are plumed. It has pollinia containing anther to be carried by insect. So option B is the correct answer. Fruits of xanthium are dispersed by animal because A. These are having sticky substance, B. These are edible, C. These are provided with hooks, D. These are light in weight. So the surface of many fruit is covered with hooks. Example, xanthium and urina. And by spines, it is seen in tribulus. Bunch of stiff hair or barbs is seen in aristida, by means of which they adhere to the body of animal or clothes of human beings, and they are carried unwarily from one place to another. So option C is the correct answer. Mucilaginous mass containing the seed comes out of the fruit, dispersing the seed here and there. It is seen in A. Alastonia, B. squirting cucumber, C. calotropis, D. ticoma. So in squirting cucumber, it shows piston mechanism. Here we can see dispersal of fruits wall encloses a mucilaginous mass with seeds. The mucilaginous containing the seeds is thrown out with a force about 20 feet away. So this is squirting mechanism. Option B is the correct answer. The fleshy fruits with hard and shiny endocarp are called A. drupe, B. berry, C. pepo, D. plume. So the pericarp of drupe consists of thin epicarp, which forms the skin, fleshy mesocarp forms the edible part, and a hard and stony endocarp. So option A is the correct answer. Essential requirement for seed germination: A. water and oxygen, B. oxygen and light, C. water and high temperature, D. scarification and vernalization. So water is primary importance in germination. When seed protoplasm absorb water, seed resumes vigorous physiological activities. The embryo bursts through seed coats. Oxygen is also necessary for respiration and other physiological activities. So option A is the correct answer. Fruit of datura is A. Loculocidal capsule, B. septifragile capsule, C. septicidal capsule, D. porous capsule. So the fruit of datura is septicidal capsule, but its dehiscence is of septifragile nature. In which placenta remains attached in the center of undivided fruit and pericarp segment becomes separated. So option C is the correct answer. A fleshy fruit with leathery exocarp is called A. drupe, B. berry, C. pome, D. Hesperidium. Hesperidium is chambered and many-seeded fleshy fruit developed from multicarpellary syncarpous superior ovary. The epicarp is leathery and glandular. Mesocarp is thin and smooth. It is seen in lemon and oranges. Option D. In Cryopsis, the type of fruit is A. Seed is absent. B. 3 layers of pericarp are distinct. C. Seed coat and pericarp are fused. D. Autochory occurs. So in Caryopsis, it is very small, dry and one-seeded fruit which develops from superior monocarpellary ovary. Here the pericarp is closely fused with seed coat. It is characteristic of family Graminae, which is seen in wheat and maize. So option C is the correct answer. Leaf blade is spinous in case of. In some plants, leaves are modified into pointed spine known as leaf spine. These protect the plant from grazing animal and reduce the rate of transpiration in xerophytic animals like argemone. Option C. Swollen spongy petiole is present in A. hydrilla, B. acornia, C. rupa, D. pistia. Sometimes the petiole becomes swollen and spongy due to development of parenchyma. The type of petiole encloses much air and helps the plant to float. It is seen in Trababis spinosa and Acornia. So option B is the correct answer. Main photosynthetic organ of Lathyrus satirus plant are. So stipules are small lateral appendages present on either side of the leaf base. In Lathyrus sativus, green expanded leaf-like stipules are called foliaceous stipules. They carry out photosynthesis, hence called assimilatory stipules. So option C is the correct answer. In Margina, that is drumstick, the leaves are. It is the most familiar and widespread type of compound leaf in which rachis is elongated and bear 2 rows of simple or divided leaflets. The leaflets arrange alternately or in pairs along with rachis. Option A. Leaf is A. exogenous lateral growth, B. endogenous lateral growth, C. superficial dorsal growth, D. vascular lateral growth. So the leaf is green, flat, thin, expanded lateral appendages which is born at the node and bear a bud in the axil. It is exogenous in origin and develops from leaf primordium of shoot apex. Option A. A dicotyledonous plant showing parallel venation is A. Dioscorea, B. smilex, C. calophyllum, D. hibiscus. So parallel venation is the characteristic feature of monocotyledons having single seed. Exceptionally, few dicots show parallel venation like calophyllum and eryngium. So option C is the correct answer. Presence of sheathing leaf base and ligule are characteristics of A. cycas leaf, B. fern leaf, C. banana leaf, D. grass leaf. So in grassy and many monocots, leaf base is broad and surrounded the stem as envelope. Such a leaf base is called sheathing leaf base. As additional growth is present between leaf base and laminate is called licule. It is seen in grasses, option D. Bulbil is modification of A. underground stem, B. base of leaves, C. buds, D. radicle. So vegetative buds or floral buds modify into swollen structure called bulbil or bulblets. So these are vegetative buds. It separates from parent plant and give rise to a new plant, which is through vegetative reproduction. It is seen in agave oxalis, option C. Thorns differ from prickles in having A. vascular supply, B. endogenous origin, C. bark, D. all of this. So prickles are superficial, that is exogenous origin, outgrowth of any part of stem, branch or leaf and do not have vascular supply. Thorns are modified stem and differ from spines and prickles. So it is seen in Bougainvillea, Duranta and Carissa. So option D is the correct answer. Bulb of garlic is A. non-tunicated, B. tunicated layered, C. compound tunicated, D. simple tunicated. So compound tunicated bulb is found in garlic. Garlic contains a number of sickle shaped bulblets or cloves. In garlic covered by tunics, each bulblet or cloves is actually a bud and it arises in the axil of tunicated leaf. It is covered by a tunic. So option C is the correct answer. A underground specialized shoot with reduced disc-like stem covered by fleshy leaf is. In bulb, the stem is highly reduced. It has highly reduced stem and can be seen only as disc-like structure. Once on this disc are present numerous fleshy scaly leaves covering the central terminal bud. Both the disc and scaly leaves collectively are called bulb. In Opuntia, the function of photosynthesis is carried out by phylloclades are modification of stem. These are green fleshy leaf-like structure having nodes and internodes. Stem performs the function of photosynthesis. Option B in Opuntia. Accessory buds occurs at A. stem tip, B. branch tip, C. axil leaf, D. side of axillary bud. So accessory buds born at the leaf base. They are two types. Collateral buds present on side of axillary buds, which is seen in lilies, and superposed buds present above the axillary bud. It is seen in Aristocolia. So accessory buds occurs at the side of the main axillary buds. In Amorphophilus and Colocasia, an extremely enlarged underground vertical stem meant for vegetative reproduction and storage is. Corm is underground modification of main stem and stores food material. Becomes tuberous. Buds are present external corms give rise to new aerial shoot and new corms. So option B is the correct answer. Root hairs develop from A. region of maturation, B. zone of elongation, C. meristematic region, D. region of mature cells. So region of differentiation or maturation, that is root hair zone. Some cells of the outermost layer of the cell in this region develop into root hairs. Most of the water absorption occur through this region. So root hair develops from region of maturation, option A.